It's easy to acknowledge that music is many things expressed through different musical styles in a multitude of settings. But today, we are reflecting on the power of music as a spiritual force. Music as an expression of the human spirit. In his book, Bach, Music in the Castle of Heaven, John Eliot Gardner wrote, "Many people remember that when in 1977 the Voyager spacecraft was launched, opinions were canvassed as to what artifacts would be most appropriate to leave in outer space as a signal of man's cultural achievements on Earth. The American astronomer Carl Sagan proposed, if we are to convey something of what humans are about, then music has to be a part of it." Music reflects unity beliefs. At Unity, we recognize music's power to foster our spiritual experience, to promote spiritual growth, connect members, and enhance meditation. Music is also a connection to the divine, to love, and to the oneness of all that is. The following quote from the movie August Rush expresses Unity's beliefs about music. "You know what music is? God's little reminder that there's something else besides us in this universe, a harmonic connection between all living beings, everywhere, even the stars. This is the essence of how deeply music can reach within." Music is joy. This joy resides within each of us when we allow ourselves to listen and celebrate the beauty of life and creation. Listen now to joy expressed in the lively first movement of Joseph Haydn's London Trio No. 1. Music is a form of praise. This has been recognized for centuries as proclaimed in the following Old Testament verses. Let them praise his name with dancing and make music to him with tambourine and harp. Psalm 149 verse 3 states this. The following dance is a jig by Arcangelo Corelli that expresses joy, optimism, and praise. Psalm 150 verse 3 proclaims, praise him with the sounding of the trumpet, praise him with the harp and lyre. Listen now to the iconic Trumpet Voluntary by Jeremiah Clark as an expression of celebration and praise. Music is a reflection of nature. The video In Tune with Nature states that music and nature have been entwined for centuries. Composers use melodic line, harmonies, and tempos to evoke natural phenomena, capturing everything from the roar of the ocean waves to the calm of quiet forest. These musical images can be found in all musical genres, including what we will now play when, in the original version, two women sing about the beauty of nature in the flower duet from the opera Lakme, written by Léo de l'Aube. Music is a form of gratitude. Gillian Wortley observed, music across all genres and eras has the power to connect us to gratitude. A single piece of music can instantly bring us back to a loving relationship, a joyful moment, or a treasured memory. Next, we will play Simple Gifts, a Shaker song written and composed in 1848 by Elder Joseph Brackett, and made famous by Aaron Copland in his work, Appalachian Spring. Music is an expression of the divine. This was the belief of J.S. Bach, the prolific composer who dedicated his music to the glory of God. He stated, "The aim and final end of all music should be none other than the glory of God and the refreshment of the human soul." Similarly, Khalil Gibran, the Lebanese-American writer, poet, and philosopher, said, "Music is the language of the spirit. It opens the secret of life, bringing peace, abolishing strife. When God created man, he gave him music as a language different from all other languages." Listen now to Canonic Trio by J.S. Bach. Music is love and connection to all that is. The 13th century Sufi poet Rumi recognized the power of music in his poem, Where Everything is Music. In the poem, music symbolizes an omnipresent divine force. When Everything is Music, translated by Coleman, Barks, and John Moyne. Don't worry about saving these songs. And if one of our instrument breaks, it doesn't matter. We have fallen into the place where everything is music. The strumming and the flute notes rise up into the atmosphere, and even if the whole world's harp should burn up, there will still exist hidden instruments playing. So the candle flickers and goes out. We have a piece of flint and a spark. This singing art is sea foam. The graceful movements come from a pearl somewhere on the ocean floor. Poems reach up like spindrift on the edge of drifted along the beach wanting. They derive from a slow and powerful root that we can't see. Stop the words now. Open the window in the center of your chest and let the spirit fly in and out. Nazam on Muslim Revel shared these insights when interpreting the poem's essence. Music symbolizes the harmony and rhythm of life, reflecting our experiences. It suggests that all aspects of existence resonate with a deeper universal truth. Rumi emphasizes the importance of listening to the inner melodies of our souls. The concept encourages finding beauty and connection in everyday moments. It invites us to express ourselves creatively as a life itself, because life is a form of art. Ultimately, it reminds us that love and connection are the true symphonies of life. For Rumi, music was far more than sound. It was the very language of the divine, the heartbeat of the universe, and the ultimate bridge connecting the human soul to spiritual awakening. The music Rumi describes is the principal song of the universe, what Islamic tradition calls the music of the spheres. It's the rhythm of existence itself, perceivable only when we quiet our minds long enough to listen. The music in his silence wasn't about instruments. It was about tuning into the cosmic symphony that's always playing. This perfectly mirrors unity beliefs. Listen now to the first movement of Trio Sonata in G minor, noticing the flow and connection of the beautiful harmonies and rhythms composed by Johann Quantz. To recap, music is many things. It's joy, praise, a reflection of nature, gratitude, an expression of the divine, as well as love and a connection to all that is. We must include one more concept, however. Music is silence. J.S. Bach expressed that the music is not in the notes, but in the silence between them. I want to acknowledge Rumi again, who taught that silence is the purest form of music. In Illustrate magazine, Liam Harrington wrote, "In music, silence is often as significant as sound. The strategic use of pauses can profoundly influence how music is perceived and experienced. By employing silence, composers and musicians can create a space for emotional depth, heightened tension, and craft memorable moments that resonate with listeners." Examples from classical, jazz, rock, and electronic music highlight how silence is utilized across genres to enrich the listening experience. Unity embraces the power of silence as an important spiritual practice. Reverend Kimmery Mapleloft, director of Silent Unity and Daily Word in the United Kingdom, summed this up beautifully. She wrote, "We know presence and pure awareness is in the silence. The silence is often thought to be the most important subject unity teaches, the fundamental starting point in our journey of awakening. It is a practice within meditation and an experience of no mind, for it takes us beyond monkey mind to the deepest resigning experiences of oneness. One mind, one heart, one being. It is here in the silence that we come to know our oneness with all that is, our true self, our Christ nature. And it is out of the silence that all true inspiration, realization, and knowing comes forth. This is the most important journey we can ever make, the journey within. As we now prepare to meditate, let us transition into the silence of meditation with one last musical selection. Music will be the first part of the meditation, followed by silence. So settle in to make yourself comfortable on your chair, moving your awareness from your head to your heart, possibly closing your eyes as you gently notice the flow of your breath. After we finish playing, the meditation will seamlessly flow into the silence. And now let the first movement of William Presser's trio take you to that place of silence and all that is that Rumi wrote about. returning to this time and place. Notice your hands and feet. Move in any way you'd like, being aware of the flow of your breath. Take a slow, long in-breath, followed by a long, slow out-breath. As we conclude, music is understanding a little bit more about the beauty and power of music as a spiritual force. Namaste.